Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So here we are again once more. So now we are on episode 23, part 1, but it's going to be rather exciting. We did have a lot of good things happen for us last turn, so I do hope that continues. Now, first and foremost, I have spoken with the historical gamer, and we are like, I don't know, we don't know if there is actually a desynchronization bug here of some nature, or something of that nature anyhow, and whether it's that or whether it's, I don't know. But we're going to see how this goes, we're going to see how this turn turns out, and then really what the idea is we use a relatively fresh turn, and if there's anything we can do, if there is indeed a desynchronization, then we'll try and do it now, or into the next turn. We just wanted to get this turn, really. Hello there, Rainbow Slash, Anno, and Cola. How you guys doing? Hello there, Borian. How you doing, my friend? So hopefully we don't have any major game-breaking bugs. And there's no issues. It's like we would go back a couple turns or however long we'd need to do so to actually make it work again. Obviously, it raises a couple issues of then, like, well, we kind of know what's going to happen, don't we? So it's like, And by good things, you mean all the torpedoes. Indeed, that was very good. Very good. Well, it's going to be one of those, isn't it? I mean, we always do like to ask the question of, like, what can go wrong, and, yeah. I don't think we have anything that can go, like, majorly wrong. We don't really have much in the way of, yeah, critical things or unsupported things. I suppose the only fear is perhaps that of our Numea invasion forces being a little bit further ahead of the actual cover, but they are going to be moving towards cover, and Kidabutai is going to be moving towards them as well, so that's not too bad. Starting kind of early? Yeah, indeed, started a little bit earlier. I am a little bit tired today. You know, you just feel like you're just like, tired. So I thought, you know what, let's just get going, get that energy while I still have it, and then we'll be great. Hello there, guys, how you doing? So we've got Anno, James, Justin, and Keith, how you doing? Ready to spot missing pilots? Yep, you do it really well. Was getting ready to watch DHG's response to last turn? That to look forward to. Yeah, well, at least you get to see it in the opposite direction here, so that could be rather intriguing. Okay, so don't know what the save is called, so let's take a look then. So it's 10. AKLs and AOs are more valuable as torpedo sponges. I like that one. Hello there, Cola. Play this one on the big screen. That's pretty awesome, dude. Do you have like a monitor or like some kind of projector? I've considered that in the past, but I just don't really watch that much in the way of films, unless I'm on the computer anyhow, so it's like, why not? But yeah, I'd rather like that response there. Well, that's very true, but if we can keep up the actual tally of kills, that'd be rather worrisome for him. Doing pretty good. How are you doing there, my friend Keith? Assuming you were talking to me. Maybe you are, maybe you weren't. Okay. I was in an exciting time, so if we take a look, it is forecasting here partly cloudy. Now, I'd like to see what the actual level of moonlight is. It has been steadily increasing. Okay, forecast is thunderstorms, 82% moonlight. It's actually a pretty damn good time for the submarine activity here. Right, so there's still submarines over here at Midway. A little bit worrisome, because obviously, if they do come into the actual port there to try and intercept us, that could be very dangerous. Well, that's not good. Okay. I was just wondering where that was, and that is, of course, an Allied submarine. So we did actually get out there quite lucky, so Ginyomaru. And now that would be one of the actual transports carrying the base force there. Okay, so we did get a lucky break there. Ideally, that doesn't continue. We might look at actually going on full speed there. We do have 2 destroyers in that area. Now, of course, I suppose I should have anticipated this. We knew there was a submarine here. I suppose it's one of those if I wanted to actually get the base force here as quickly as possible. So we'll take a look at this, but we had a nice bit of luck there. Argonaut was not successful in landing her torpedoes, and at least we know where Argonaut is right now. So ideally, our luck holds out there. Right, I-123 has discovered the destroyer Paul Jones. Now, we do see 2 forces over here, which is rather intriguing. So, just Paul Jones. I do wonder then if he's actually put out his destroyers here in Java on some kind of ASW mission, because it seems like that. But we'll see, there might be something else here that we can actually intercept. Indeed, hello, Hiker Banzai Bear Pirate. Now, that'd have been nice if we'd have hit there. That would have been very nice. But unfortunately not. Okay, 2 torpedoes, so not too bad then. At least they still maintain a decent amount of ammunition there. Oh, just a fire stick. Okay. Radio transmissions near Nauru Island. Potentially allied submarines. Now... Okay. Ah, that would have been nice. We are seeing quite a bit of activity over here. Phelps. Okay, so that was a destroyer escort. Right. We are seeing quite a lot of submarine activity. This is obviously due to the level of moonlight. As the amount of moonlight increases over the course of the month, it's like you are going to see a lot more in the way of like submarine activity. Now, I do see something over here. I wonder if we catch that one over here as well. How you doing there, pirate, by the way? Yep, we finally arrived at Canton Island. Oh, very good. I actually thought we might have been there in 2 days, but this is good. So we'll actually be able to take Baker and Canton Island ideally in the same day. That'd be a nice prize. I find it odd sometimes. It seems like ships move a little bit sooner. Wow, okay. Jeez, actually, wow. Okay, so the one destroyer event actually did manage to cause a lot. Bloody hell. That's actually a remarkably large amount of damage there. So 3 squads destroyed, 4 disabled, 1 non-combatant destroyed, 1 engineer destroyed, 9 guns knocked out, 4 destroyed, 5 disabled, 1 vehicle destroyed. That's actually quite a tally for a single destroyer. That is actually pretty impressive. And that's going to help us out. I mean, I don't know how many troops are there on Canton Island, but I don't think it's many. That's pretty interesting. Yep, here we are at Baker Island as well. Task Force 16 unloading. It seems like there's no resistance over here, which is always a nice thing. As far as I can tell, there's no resistance. So ideally we take Baker and Canton Island in the same day. Which would be quite nice there. Okay, so we can see the activity around Pearl Harbor. Still consistent. You doing good? That's awesome, my dude. Yeah, AVD. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, that destroyer did very well. Ooh, that was lucky. Okay. Hagi. So that was Fuji and Hagi. Okay, so we are aware then of the fact that he has, well, submarines off the coast here at Borneo. Luckily, we'll only be moving really like destroyers and APDs, really. Where the Allied squads, well, Suntan on the beach, potentially so, but even then, that's still quite good results there. Ships slow down the fair refueling at sea, which can be annoying sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you're like, don't do that. Okay, so O16 being intercepted by destroyers over here, so obviously it's attacking one of the convoys. We do see 2 submarines here. Okay. Now we'll take a look at our ASW patrols of this area then and concentrate it here. We should have some actual hunter-killers over here that we can actually dispatch out here. Yeah, there's a lot of submarines here. Looks like he's definitely trying to lock down that area. We'll have to flood the area then with patrol boats. Okay, yep, we are seeing a lot of... yeah, there's a lot of submarines over here now at the Marsh Islands. Interesting. He's definitely stepped up his activity there. Very much so. Okay, here we go, airstrikes. Right, so our sweep is unopposed there. See, this is the only issue. It's like, I'd rather them, if they're going to sweep in 2 parts, sweep with like half and half or something like that. Yeah, clear sweep over here. I suppose it's one of those things of where we could actually have gone in here with the bombers and had no resistance, so you can never tell, can you? So there, Mr. Dictator. We had a few opportunities, but we've so far not had a torpedo kill, which is a shame. But we'll see how we go on. Though, on the other hand, we didn't see a Allied destroyer actually hit, which is quite nice. Well, Allied submarine hit, so that's quite nice. So yeah, we see nothing over Singapore then, but we'll keep up the atoll sweeps then. That's the best way to do it. Now, interestingly enough, I'm still not seeing these guys being escorted by the KA-431Cs, and I do find that rather odd, because they should be doing that. I'm sure I did give them that mission. We'll see, we'll see. Wow, only 6 casualties? Oh, right now they fly. Yep, 14 aces and 2 zeros here to actually see off this attack. Yeah, this is going to be quite the slaughter here. I do wonder if he's actually trying to hit Mersing or actually hit the... I don't know if we have any ships over here as of yet. But yeah, this will be good experience for the zeros here. Now, one of them was driven off by the defensive fire, but it's not been knocked out of the battle at all. Another one down. I mean, the thing is, I need to knock out these bombers. That's what we absolutely need to do. Okay, one of the aces and 2 zeros damage there. Ideally, they aren't lost operational. Now, these are flying from the carriers, I'd imagine. Yeah, another one driven away, another one damaged. The issue is they might potentially go down due to damage. So we do have to be very careful about that. But we are still destroying the enemy. We haven't seen an A6 and 2 zero destroyed. Yeah, we might actually lose a couple zeros here due to the damage. Yeah, these Hudsons are really not going down without a fight. Now, I do wonder if this is actually down to the A6 and 2 zero pilot experience. But even so, they're doing okay. We'll see what the results are after the turn. But we do annihilate the enemy force, so not too bad then. Okay, now it's shown me no Japanese losses, but that's not entirely correct. We may see that we have some operational losses in the phase to come. But even so, that's still nice. We annihilate the actual enemy force, so quite happy. Ah, my mouse is being weird again. Ah. Okay, yep, a couple zeros here. Was it 6 zeros we saw? Because there's only 3 here at the moment. Ideally, we knock out a couple of these Hudsons. The issue with our planes is the fact that they are very maneuverable, but they aren't that tough, so a little bit of defensive fire can really knock them out. Ooh, critical hit on a Hudson there, very good. Right, balls due to damage. Driven away. Okay, we'll speed up the results here. Yeah. So it looks like the defensive fire is quite rough. It may be down to the actual pilot experience. So we'll have to take a look at that one. So these were from Ryujo. It may be due. Yeah, I think it might be due to their pilot experience. It might even be potentially the fact that they're not... I don't know, there could be a combination of issues here. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, only with the 1-0 there. It's not going to be able to do too much. Well, we're still damaged once, so that's not too bad. So they're bombing from 1,000 feet, that's extremely low. 1,000 feet, 5,000 feet. I wonder... I didn't see the altitude of the other planes. It might be due to the fact that we are at such low altitude. Right, there we go, 22k, 43 1Bs. This is a unescorted attack in and cut through, actually. Right, should be quite a nice one for us over here. Ideally, lots of kills here. Try and reduce the amount of bombers in the area. Low on ammunition. At least we won't suffer much in the way of operational losses. Yep, amount of amount of Oscars increase in here. There we go, speed things up. Hello there, Cursor, how are you doing, my friend? Okay, speed on the results here, and a couple of the bombers make it through. Do we actually intercept them on the way out? There's actually quite a lot of flak there. Okay, so one of the Oscars is damaged, but yeah, you take a look at that. The airbase does suffer some actual light damage there, but we do have a lot of engineers to repair it. Much the same as he does over here at Hong Kong. Sorry, Hong Kong? Fucking hell, I'm off with my geography here, Singapore. But we can see here, 1 destroyed, 2 damaged, 1 destroyed by flak, 1 destroyed, 1 damaged, 1 destroyed by flak. And that's good news as well, to see that our flak is actually effective. I mean, he's actually bombing here at about 5,000 feet, so our flak is going to be effective. I mean, Japanese flak isn't amazing, but the thing is, like, even if you have, like, fairly weak flak, if it's low enough altitude, then, yeah, it's gonna hurt. If it actually hits, it's gonna hurt. But not a bad result there. The runway can be repaired, the airbase can be repaired. The good news is we didn't get any hits on the actual airbase supply. I just got home for 12 days of leave. Man, that sounds awesome. Yep, That's good. Should be a nice experience there for the actual squadron to build up some of the morale there. Ooh, okay. 10 B-17Ds. Ooh, I don't know how we'll get on over here. We might actually... Yeah. Now this might hurt. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that's gonna really hurt. Okay, so we see one of our bombers here destroyed on the ground, an A6120 destroyed on the ground. That does do more damage. The issue with the B-17s is they are so bloody tough, and yeah, they're definitely coming from Singapore here. So, I mean, this is it. It's very difficult to stop the B-17s without something with additional... Well, without the actual firepower. I mean, the best thing we have right now is the A6120, and if they're not flying to actually defend against that, it is a difficult thing here. But yeah, he did some damage there to the airfield, but we'll repair that. I suppose this is it. We are in a war of attrition. Now, I did just see some ships to the south of Pearl Harbor. That's rather intriguing. I'd love to see what they were. But at the end of the day, we didn't lose too much. We did inflict a positive kill-to-death ratio there, so that's quite nice. Yeah, the B-17s are hard to shoot down. It seems like the flak wasn't effective against them either. I think I'll try and send additional flak to Malacca, to Kota Bru. I did just see a force out by New Zealand there. That was rather intriguing. Might have been the light cruisers. Okay, no enemy. Yeah, 59 casualties inflicted. Very good. Escorted by the KA-44 Tojos. I could really do with moving the Tojos into Malaya. Maybe he is. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I suppose it's one of those things of like, you could try to set them up to see if they can actually do that. When we get a 2-engine heavy fighter, I'm not entirely sure of the actual date. We are researching one. We'll take a look at that and see when we might be able to gain a rough idea when that'll arrive. But I'm not entirely sure when it will arrive, so I can't give it a specified date. Okay, so will we see the bombing over here at Medan? Doesn't look as though we will do. No, we won't do. Okay, deliberate attack over here at Wu Chao. Ideally, we don't take too much in the way of losses here. I'm hoping that these forces are on their way out and should be relatively open to retreating pretty quickly. And it's only the 2nd Provincial Chinese Corps over here that might hurt. Looks to be doing alright so far. Not bad, really, not bad. The 38th C detachment is still in pretty good shape. 189, 115. Okay, so they aren't forced retreats. But we have reduced their fortifications as well. So 716 casualties, only 1 squad was destroyed, 52 disabled, so not too bad at all. Now, only 537 allied casualties, yeah. Not much in the way of damage there. But the thing is, we have reduced their fortifications, so that's not too bad. They do have a good leader, it seems. Right, Allied bombardment attack at Mersing. Yeah, so he has the 28th Gurkha Brigade over here. He has a lot of force over here. So he has artillery, he has armor, he's got 2 Australian brigades, he's got 2 Indian brigades, and I suppose these guys are Indians as well, the Gurkhas. So he's definitely bringing a lot more troops into play here. Now, we do have 19 guns. So we had technically 349 assault value there, but the thing is, like with the jungle, it is an interesting one. We need to give these troops, if these troops can actually rest, then we'll be in a much better situation. We have increased the amount of guns, we should be able to try and get some more reinforcements in ideally. Okay, yep, Baker Island, here we go. Banzai, indeed. Okay, good result there. So it's going to open up quite a lot of interesting options to us now. Okay. Yep, Content Island. It looks as though the destroyer actually destroyed what was on the island already, so that was really good. Okay, Banzai. So we've retaken Canton Island from the dastardly Allied forces, even though we took it from them in the first place, but we've retaken it. So that's good. So we've actually secured there 2 additional airfields. So very good. Don't call a Gurkha an Indian to his face. There we go, Babel Dwarf has expanded. Fortifications expanded over there. We did have another expansion at Ominato. Not quite the turn of unparalleled submarine success, but still, it's been a good turn. It's been nice. We shot down quite a few bombers. We did sweep over Singapore twice, but we didn't actually come into contact with any combat air patrol. He's definitely stepping up his bombing attacks on Kota Baru. So we'll take a look and actually move an additional AA to Kota Baru. I suppose the thing is, it's like we do have a lot of aircraft parked there, but we can't do without it. Kota Baru is our main operational airbase in the area. Well, airbase for operations in the area. Alright, okay. No, I don't know much about the Gurkhas. I know that they were some kind of, like, I don't know. I don't really know much about them, so feel free to educate me. Okay, there we go. So let's take a look. So we do see a force down here. Now, 3 ships moving southeast. Right, supposedly a heavy cruiser over there. Might be some kind of, like, transport or some kind of oiler. Destroy minesweeper there. 3 ships over here. So it looks as if he's actually trying to step up operations over here. We still... Right, okay, so we can see a light cruiser over here as well as a destroyer, but there's 4 ships supposedly. Now, this is rather an interesting result then. We are aware that there is a submarine here. So we do need to actually... If we can get these troops moving ASAP, that'd be very nice. Okay, so we did see a submarine attack over here. Yeah, we do need to be careful. These... Yep, okay. We have our AV and escort over here. We have... our fuel moving in over here, so obviously this is the important one. I'd be somewhat tempted to take the escort out of here, but I don't think it'd be worthwhile. Yeah, this is the one that needs to make it. It is escorted by 2 destroyers and a light cruiser. There's also a patrol boat over here. I don't know, we might take... I might have this force merge in here, maybe. At least then they're all together, rather than separate, so we'll see. That one's headed back to Japan, so it's out of the danger zone here. Not much in the way of endurance, though, so do need to be careful. Okay, so we do have a destroyer here. We do not have a destroyer here for the escort. What I might do then... Right, no destroyer here. What I might do then is actually take our escort over here, the Hachishima, and have her... So, form... Okay. What I'm also going to do now is I'm going to quickly save this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as... so, turn 23... opening, no moves made. Okay, the reason for that is if it requires us to go back to the start of the turn or something like that because of the desynchronization, if it's actually an issue, then at least we have a save where nothing has been done and I can use that. So, turn 23, opening, back up. Just in case of the worst case scenario, something like that nature. Okay. And exit, there we go. Right, so we'll take our submarine over... Submarine, goddammit. We'll take our destroyer over here to protect it against the submarine. Okay. Right, I'd like you to go back and meet this task force over here. There we go. And merge with them. Yes, please. Okay, so I'm going to tell this force over here, they're actually decently, they do have a decent amount of speed here. So I'm going to tell them to make full speed, which I'd rather have to not. But I do want them to make it. So what I'm going to do is actually give them a waypoint over here. I'm actually going to tell them to head to the north slightly. Just to actually try and shake off the submarine, if we can. And then, like, again here, see how that looks. Okay. Though that might put me in a bad situation, so what I'm going to do is actually tell that to just be over there. Seen the US carriers lately? No. As far as I know, I have no idea where they are. I've not seen anything of them. The DD has 0 ASW. It's no good, is it? This one over here. It's got 2, okay. Well, at the end of the day, it's better to have a warship there anyway, so, I don't know. It's something anyhow. Even if it just takes the submarine away from targeting the actual ships themselves and well, if the submarine tries to target that ship, I'd be happy. Okay, so the base force over here has started unloading, so the 11th has started. So we'll dock our ship here, the Miyoko Maru. She's actually Kyushu, so extremely valuable there. Okay. So I do have the Maizuru 2nd SLF. I'd like to move them out in the future. So organization. Right, so in 2 days, so what I'll do is if I could try to have these guys loaded up, and then meet up with the rest of their force over here on K1J, I could actually really build up mid numbers there. Yep, I'll check aces, don't worry about that one. Okay. How many of the base force do we have here so far? So 234. Support, naval support. Do we actually have any aviation support as of yet? Not as of yet, but of course the engineers, well, the base force is unloading. So it shouldn't be long until we do. Okay. So we are going to check and see if we have any additional aces. Ideally we do. But it's been a long time, so we'll see. Right, so, top pilot. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as if... it seems as if we have no aces as of yet. Yep, no aces as of yet. As we have Asada, Endo, Kurosawa, Kamihira, Nakajima, Yokoyama. These, I mean, this is actually getting quite interesting. It could be actually rather fun to have something of a, like, bet to see who will be the first ace. So if you guys are watching this, comment with who you think is going to be the next ace. I mean, if we take a look over here, experience 79, 78, 81, 82, 83, so Nakajima is technically the most experienced pilot. Missions flown 24, 22, 22, 24, 30, fatigue 22, 25, 16, 7, 18, Yokoyama 17 there. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be rather intriguing. All of them flying the aces and 2 zeros. Intriguing. Okay, yep, those troops have moved out to Manchukuo, which is good. So we do see a lot of submarine activity out here. Okay, so Kidabutai is out here. Fantastic, okay. So, Kidabutai is now ahead. It's been a little bit awkward trying to get these guys all to stay together. Kurosawa will be the first ace. Kamihira. I can show the new the losses. How does research or building Venus work in this game? I'm kind of new at it. We'll go over that in just a few moments. So what do you guys want to see here? Losses? Do you want to see aircraft losses? So aircraft losses here then supposedly today. Let's see. So THGS3 aces. I bet he does. The issue is he has had a lot of luck in the fact that I did, well, we had a mistake when about 40 odd bombers went down, didn't they? So he's had a lot of luck there that he shouldn't have had. Okay. So, 9 Hudsons have gone down today. Sadly, 4 zeros. It looks like air-to-air, interestingly enough. So it looks like the actual flak, well, the actual defensive fire. 3 139 WH freeze, 2 KI-21, 2 A's. Interestingly enough, supposedly 2 B-17s went down there, so it's good to see that supposedly the damage inflicted is doing something. Okay. No biplane action, actually. No biplane action at all, as far as I could see. Okay. Right then. Let's see here. Right, so we can see here that Kidabutai is undetected. Now, it's going to be an interesting one because obviously we have the new male landed force over here. I did obviously have to have them head back a day to really rendezvous with the rest of the invasion force. But I suppose this will be coming in a tighter grouping now, which is probably all the better. Yeah, we have a Luganville Express over here. So we have a Luganville Express obviously going to be hitting Luganville with just over 1,000 troops. Obviously, I might just dispatch maybe like 1 ship over here. It really depends on like the amount of men here. I've really got them separated by units. We have the 61st Naval Guard over here. Over here in the New Caledonian Express, well, New Caledonia Express, I do have the Maizuru 1st SNLF. So I've divided them via units, so the beauty is by doing that. At least I know where those units are, and I can obviously have them dispatched into different islands. Okay, so there's about 1,286 troops there. We have 1,448 troops there as well of the New Caledonia Express. Of course, we do have the Fiji cover force, which is looking quite nice. Some of these destroyers are complaining about lack of fuel, but the thing is we have plenty of fuel here to share out between the force, which should be sufficient to keep them going. And then we have the Numair landed force itself with about 2,700 troops. Okay, so we should be seeing these landings here possibly either tomorrow or the day after in the Solomon Islands. Have they been detected? It looks as though they have not been detected, which is fantastic. That's very good, actually. Let's take a look at these islands over here. Port capacity is 0, air capacity is 5, however. Port capacity 1 over here at Morsel Island, and 4 air capacity. Deboyne, or however that's pronounced. Right, Woodlark Island. Now, Woodlark Island could be quite a nice position there, but the thing is, it's not... Yeah, I mean, something like Toluga Island could be handy because it's right in the centre here of the Coral Sea. Well, nearly in the centre of the Coral Sea. We'll see. And we would have to build that up from scratch. Yep. So, what I might do here then is tell them to make full speed next turn, then just to make sure they make it in. We do have fuel enough, I think, for that. But that should be nice. Okay, let's take a look at these forces then. So, as far as I can see, nobody has been detected, which is good. What I might do over here from the Fiji cover forces actually have maybe a heavy cruiser and destroyer dispatched to actually personally escort in the different landing forces, perhaps. And then keep the rest of the Fiji cover force with the Luganville forces. Or even have the rest of the... Yeah, I think we'll do that, actually. So, I mean, I could even just take a heavy cruiser, perhaps. And of course, we don't really have much in the way of ASW here anyhow. And the good news is I could always like have the heavy cruisers take fuel from the actual transports. So let's see here. The Kinagusa, which is a Aoba class heavy cruiser. You take a look at that maneuverability of 34. What's the maneuverability of the battleship? 23, yeah. The issue is these ships aren't really going to be dodging torpedoes as easily. They still can, but it's not super easy. Durability is 421. Durability of the Nagato is 156. So yeah, it's pretty damn tough. Pretty damn tough. Okay, so I'm gonna have Kinagusa. And I could have destroyers sent alongside as well to help out, which is probably not a bad idea. Maybe. I'll settle for just the heavy cruiser. Okay, so Kinagusa is going to be escorting the Luganville Express. Right, so follow. Okay. So the Luganville cover force. Okay. Remain on selection. I tell you to go elsewhere. And I could tell them to actually merge. I'm going to tell them... I think for now we'll have them merge, and then once we actually do close in, we'll see if we need to keep them in the force or separate them from the force. But I think for just ease of coordination, I'll have them merge into the force for now. Okay, so I'm going to have Aoba. Okay. Right. In fairness... Right, New Caledonia. Ah, so that's the Comac force, okay. So, I'd like Aoba. There we go, so I'll have Aoba actually lead in there. In fact, I'll give you a destroyer as well. There we go. So at least this way, each of these forces actually has some cover. And the good news as well is, should he actually see these ships as well, he might not know exactly what kind of ship they are. They very well could be heavy cruisers, they could be even potentially battleships, he's not going to be entirely certain. So we'll see about that, see if we can actually try to play that to our advantage. Yeah, try and take any advantage if it's going to do anything really. Okay, well to be fair, what I can do here then is... So that is Kinagusa. Alright, so that force is also going to have to move there. Okay, so the Fiji cover force is now following 380, which is the New Caledonian. I want you to actually follow the Noumea force. Okay, so cancel follow. I'm going to have you actually follow the Noumea landing force. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So that 80. What happened? Well, we have successfully taken Baker Island and Canton Island in the same turn, which is really quite nice, actually. Now let's take a look at the actual damage to the airfields here. What do we have? So 18% damage there to a runway, which is not bad. Okay, no supplies on the island. We did destroy what was left on Canton Island. We do have 473 tons of supply here, so obviously it's taken that supply there. Basically no fuel here. Yeah, the runway and the port is still damaged. The port's 57% damage, the airfield damaged as well. But that's fine, we've retaken it. It's denying him actual air bases to use out here, which is good. Right, supposedly we are seeing a transport here. Okay. Troop numbers are looking more exact over here. 1640, 19 guns, and 4 AFVs, give or take. Now, whether that's correct or not, I do not know. And we also did see something down here off New Zealand. Right, light cruiser. Now, I can see that there are ships in Auckland itself. I can see there's 4,200 troops over here in Auckland. Interesting. Right, so we actually do have some information there that we can actually make use of. And previously we had no idea what was even in New Zealand, so that's some good information there. And of course we'll continue to run our reconnaissance in the area and really try and figure out what's going on. Moving southwest. But that's good to see, so we can see that there is at least a light cruiser here, give or take. That is going to be a couple days out from Fiji itself, which is quite nice. If I take a look then, so they are from Suva... 26 hexes, which is not too far. I mean, if they're making about 4 to 5, or even, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 hexes per day, it's not going to take them too long, but it's going to at least take them 2 to 3 days, I'd imagine, at least. So that's a good result there. It's good to see that we have more information in this area. Now, I don't have sightings over the heavy cruisers anymore. We didn't intercept them, and I don't think I saw anything move here. They might have done during the turn, but obviously we might have not seen it. So I don't know whether they're still there. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Okay, you've still not been detected there, I-175. We don't see any shipping off the coast of Australia here. We'll obviously keep up patrols. We're in a good position here. We have 2 subs there, 2 subs there. We obviously have the one by Victoria Strait. Ideally, we do have additional ones over here in the Solomon Sea. One out here by Rapal. Okay. Yep, our forces are moving on over here. 168, so these are the troops. Yep, so that would be the 15th base force. And I can see here that endurance isn't the greatest over here. We'll keep going, we should be able to make that. We do have a destroyer... Sorry, we do have the... Yeah, we do have the oiler there. Hayamoto. And I could... Yeah, I don't really want to. I'm going to use the actual transport and take their fuel. That's how we need to work it. Something like a vampire economy. Okay. At least for the time being until we can get the fuel in. I need the oiler there really to principally resupply Kiriputai. It's a type ship that we're running here. A very type ship. Tight ship, not shit. Okay. I'm half tempted to actually unload the engineers over here at Vaitupu just to ensure it's actually taken, but it's not necessary. Right, I do have Arrow 64 over here. Your endurance is good, very good. Okay, nice. So there, Rula, how you doing, my friend? Indeed, and we're playing Wonder Pacific again. Okay, I'm happy with that. Canton Island, obviously we didn't capture any supplies there. There weren't really any on the island. Okay. And I really just need additional fuel in the area. And thankfully we will have some coming soon. I mean, I do have Euro over here with another 8,000 units, escorted by 2 destroyers, so that's good news. Okay. The YouTube Naval History Channel. Drakinifel. I don't know how you pronounce that. I just had a video up that talked about anti-air fire penetrating the swordfish without exploding, and then lack of proximity fuses on the German side is a big reason these swordfishes perform so well. Yeah, probably so. Hello there, Paul. How you doing, my friend? Okay. 2 seconds, guys. Let's just consider what we're looking at here. Okay. So, we are seeing now 1, 2, 3. We did see potentially more submarines in the area, so maybe even something like 4 of them. No. I don't know how much they know of the area. I don't think he knows too much of the area, considering the fact that, well, he doesn't have search planes unlike our submarines, which I should bloody well do. And that makes a huge difference. Hello there, Lusitani. You not going to do it for me? What did you ask me again? Oh, since it's my birthday. Sorry, I didn't see that. Oh yeah, since it's my birthday, can you show me a Japanese biplane, which is important to your war effort? Happy birthday, man. Sorry, I didn't actually see your comment there. I was, like, reading the other ones. I've got this, like, little arse window, so sorry about that. Okay, so Japanese biplane, that is important to the war effort. Okay. Okay. Now we're in the big leads here. I fucking wish I could sort my biplane, but I kind of know which one I'm going to look at. I think it's an actual biplane. It might not be. Yeah, there we go. So that would actually be my favourite biplane. There you go. Can you show the upcoming ship you have? Yep, I will do. You must be new here. That swordfish is a meme. A good meme. That I sometimes join in preaching about the glorious biplane master race. I like that. I like how that started. Okay. Yeah, but this guy's pretty awesome. I like how this is labeled as aircraft cannon when it's clearly a machine gun. But yeah, I do like this. This is my favorite Japanese biplane here. The E7K2F. Well, K2 Alf. I like that. She's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, can we show the upcoming ships? Yep, sure. We'll go ahead and do that. So, ship availability, my friends. Right, ETA. Okay. Toko Maru in 2 days. We did actually have some new ships arrive here. Subchaser Cha-25 or CHA-25. Nissan Maru, Origami Maru. And these are Gozans. Gozans Miniati. We'll have Shoho in 27 days. Another Subchaser there, a couple days. Okay. AG. Looking forward to Nissan. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to having another landing ship dock over here. These things are freaking fantastic. I cannot tell you how fantastic they are. Now, it doesn't look like she has huge amounts of troop capacity. It looks like she's a pretty new conversion here, or something of that nature. It doesn't look like it's purpose-built with that low capacity. But it's freaking awesome. It really is very, very handy. Another aircraft tender is always going to come in handy. Okay, awesome. We'll have Yamato in the, well, on the 30th of May. I'm very much looking forward to having Yamato. I cannot tell you enough how much I'm looking forward to having Yamato. Unyo will arrive there similar sort of time date. When will I see my CVs? Yep, here we go. Hio, and then later, bit later, Ryujo, Juyo, Musashi. Okay, okay, it's 27 days, Yunyo, Yamato, Unyo, Hio, Ryoyo, Chuyo. When do I get, right, Taiho, Aru. When do I actually gain the, okay, so they're accelerate, right, might be Hio. Yeah, that's the other Yunyo class. Okay, so we'll have Shoho, 11th of April we'll have Yunyo, the 30th of May, 42 we'll have Yamato. 31st of May we'll have Unyo, so that is a escort carrier. So it's going to be a good month in May. Nice month there for ships. And then July we'll have Hio, Ryoho, Juyo. Then Musashi there in December. That's going to be quite nice. Yeah, we do gain quite a few of them here. You take a look at those. It's like we gain quite a few CVs, CVs, CVLs, CVEs, but yeah, after 43, it's a long wait. Very long way until we really gain additional ones. Ikuma. Unru class. Yep, very much looking forward to using these bad boys. I'm looking forward to having Musashi and Yamato. Very nice. Is there going to be a difference here in durability? So Yamato's 233, Musashi's 233. I honestly thought there might have been a bit of durability issues. I think supposedly, yeah, Musashi was actually built to a higher standard, or at least a better standard Though I can't obviously confirm that. I'd have to try and find some information for that. Okay. Just got to try and make the most of it, really, haven't we? What's the best plane available to you? That would be, I'd say, definitely the 86720 here at the moment. Can you accelerate the building of these CVs? Yes, we can do, and we are with 2 of them already, actually. The Yunyo class of carrier has been accelerated, as you can see here, acceleration. So Yunyo and Hyo, these guys have been accelerated to arrive earlier. Once these guys have been finished, then I can try to accelerate some of the other carriers and try and do that. Okay, the USN will get the 4th CV this turn. Oosh, that's going to hurt. But alas, it's inevitable, isn't it? So, nothing much I can do about that one. Nothing much I can do about it. We'll just have to try and do our best then, won't we? But the good news is, once we actually have our operation in effect here, then we'll try and set up our naval bombers. Can you accelerate the build of these CVs? Yup. Okay. So let's take a look at the other areas then, the other theatres. Definitely things over in the docks over there, well at least in the port over there. We do have additional submarines heading out to the US. Quite a bit of activity over here. Quite a bit of activity. Did I miss... Oh no, you're on your way over. Okay. Yep, it's good to see enemy ships over here. Moving southeast, 3 of them. Okay. I don't know what that might be then. Right. You're detected okay. Only light detection. I mean, this is not far away. I mean, that could be some kind of retaliatory force to actually hit Baker Island or Canton Island, so we do have to be careful about that. I do really want to get naval bombers set up over here at Tarawa, because, for example, from Tarawa, I'd be able to protect... Well, not really Canton Island. But then again, I can actually... Yeah, if I get engineers set up over here and actually repair these airfields, I can actually set them up. Revolution under Siege, a Russian Revolution game. I'm confused. What are we talking about? And yeah. In 44, the USA will start spamming the Essex class CVs and CVEs, yeah. I mean, the fucking Essex classes are freaking insane. I never want to see a Midway. Do not ever want to see a Midway. Okay. I'm not seeing activity here. No, Destroyer. He's definitely patrolling this area. It seems like he's actually awoken to the fact that, yeah, I can actually hit him with my submarines and hit him hard. Okay, so we're no longer repairing over here. We can see here that the APDs have arrived, so yeah, we have 3 APDs and 2 destroyers over here. Now, they are very slow, but it's not an issue. We'll just have to make do with it. The important thing here is... the hell? Did I transfer them out? Yeah, there we go. Okay, strange. But yeah, we have 2 destroyers and 3 APDs here. So we have Nadakaze, Fuji, and Heiji. Now, Nadakaze is a Minakaze class APD, and these guys are going to be awesome. These guys are going to be our ace in the hole. When we actually get to upgrade them later on in 1942, we will actually be able to give them Type 13 radar, which is going to be like one of the only instances, barring the Shikoku class carriers, that will have radar. Don't worry, it'll take you 4 years to get to the Midway. Yeah, not looking forward to it now. Now I want to see your reaction when you see Midway. Yeah, probably like, ouch. Stream yesterday talking about the Estonian War for Independence. Oh yeah, I played Revolution Under Siege. So until when are you guys planning to take this series? Because if you do 1 day per turn, it's going to take multiple years to end it. We're just going to go as long, as far as we can, really. And if it takes years, it takes years. I don't know, I think it could be a very, very long thing. Alright. It's one of those, though. We're both committed to it. I think it's one of those things you definitely have to be committed to it, otherwise what's the point of even playing the game, really? I don't know, personally I think it might be about 6 years or something like that. Because obviously there's a lot of time in between where obviously we will probably be ill, maybe dead, or just on holiday. I mean, this turn will be the only turn for a little while now, as THG is actually going on holiday, if you look about it. I think it's going to some, like, bloody Jamaican islands, or, like, not Jamaican islands, some, like, Caribbean Islands, or something like that. He's doing things that are nice, and I'm jealous, but I hope he has a great time. And does not get his arse, like, pinched by a crab. Okay. So let's take a look at here then. What do we have in terms of capacity? So I do have 700 capacity available to me now, which is fantastic. As you can see here, the 16th Regiment is much larger than that. But I can actually transport it in probably like 2 to 3 goes, maybe 4 goes, but still that's not bad at all. Cargo capacity is not much in the way of worries. We can obviously take some supply with us as well, which is always handy. Okay. Very good, very good. Quite the assembly of force there. Right, so we did see him perform a bombardment at Mersing, which is usually preliminary to another attack, because obviously that's what I do as well. It seems like we did have fairly bad weather here in the area. Yeah, it looks like bad weather here. I think the time of year is causing us issues in terms of weather. Ideally, once we get to a calmer period, should be good. Okay, the good news, we have finally arrived here at Georgetown. Yep, fantastic. These troops have a little bit of disruption and fatigue. It may be best to have them rest a little while. Maybe. I suppose the thing is, it's like there's 960 troops here, but that might be about half of them being combat effectives, whereas we have 936 combat effectives, 12 guns, 752... yeah, but they still have some guns. And we'll go with a... I'll go with a deliberate attack, I guess. We'll decide on that one. We might yet change our minds. We might even give them some bomber support, to be fair. Sadly, we did see this attack go ahead. We did sweep over the airfield at Singapore, but nothing. Looks like a... let's see. In the USN, CVEs were jokingly called combustible, vulnerable, expendable. I like it. Weren't they like known as like Jeeps or something like that? Was it Jeeps? I think it was Jeeps. Something of that nature. I think the issue here is our troops genuinely need to rest. Now, the disruption and fatigue's gone down quite a lot, actually. I think we saw it at highest at like 70-odd, so that's very good then. So it has definitely diminished quite a bit. We are seeing here that our assault strength, well, our AV has increased up to 109, which is very, very good. Which means that we actually do have a possibly better chance to hold on, though the enemy has reinforced. Indeed. But this is it. I mean, the thing about Mersing is, worst case scenario, we lose our troops here, which may very well happen. But we'll also try to prevent that. We will very much try to prevent that. At the end of the day, this is obviously keeping his troops locked in here. So obviously if he pulls out, then, well, yeah, he's pulled out of Mersing, and I've won the Battle of Mersing there. We actually do take Mersing, which would allow us then to actually land additional troops here and gather our strength. We'll see. We do have supplies of a hex to actually keep us going, which is nice. We have 1,999 infantry, 1,302 second, 19 guns. We are looking to bring additional forces in here. Let's see. Yeah, there they are. Okay. So I'm going to load up the second part of the 15th Naval Guard. And I could actually bring, let's see here, so... Ooh... Right, they won't entirely fit here, but I'm going to bring the other elements of the Yokosuka 2nd SLF. So, troops only, verified load, accept load, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to give you the mission here to head back to Mersing with these additional troops here. So, retirement allowed, full speed. Okay. Okay, so the 15th Naval Guard is just support here. The Yokosuka is 2 vehicles, 19 guns, 218 troops. Actually, not too bad at all. Yeah, we'll get them moving as much as possible into Mersing. I mean, the good news is we do have the jungles here. Yeah, we have jungle terrain here. It's a shame that we actually can't bloody fortify. If I was able to fortify here, he'd never get me out. Or at least it'd be very much an issue for him. If you take Mersing, you can't land more troops because he has biplanes left. Well, I'd be able to do what I'm doing now, like basically have a trickle of troops in. And the biplane situation isn't going to last forever. But the thing is that, well, if he wants to actually pull out here, I can actually attempt to use some of my force and actually have them down here, try and block the rail line. Okay, let's see, how far from here are we? It's going to take a couple days until we arrive at a Taiping. Okay, I'm going to go with, go with that deliberate attack, try and take Georgetown. Which would be quite good, nice base there. Some heavy industry as well, which is really freaking handy. That'd be very nice for us. Also, it's all about reducing the control he has. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. THG may be well wishing he had put boats there. Hello there, my friend. I actually can't read your name. I'm sorry about that. It is, in fact, I think. I don't want to offend you if it's like Korean characters, Chinese characters, bloody Japanese for all I know, but welcome, Mr. Man with character name. If you can translate that into English, I'll happily say your name and try to remember it, but unfortunately I can't at the moment, as I don't speak that language, so, hi! Right. Yeah, see, I wish we had damage control. We don't have anything like damage control. Rightio, so over here then in Manila. Well, in the Philippines in general. But we'll take a look at Manila first then, so we can see obviously our troops are well rested and ready to go. Superb. Now at Clark he has 37,000 troops here, so it's not going to be like a walkover. It's not going to be too hard, because obviously once we mass our forces it won't be too terrible. I also do have 51 planning... well, actually no, I'm going to tell them to plan for Clark then. So that 51 will be now 12, so not too bad then. Last name, Lai. Hello there, Lai. It's nice to see you again, my friend. And yeah, very much welcome to the stream. I do hope you enjoy it. Okay, so once our 16th Division over here obviously marches into Clark. Now we do have 12 planning bonus here, which is alright. Keep that building up. 33rd Division, march into Clark, they only have 4. Okay. One, the Pacific can't find it on Steam. That is because it's unfortunately not on Steam. But if you go ahead and take a look at Matrix Games on the old Tinterweb, you'll actually find it there. Indeed, Matrix Games. Right then. Now, we do have a Kano detachment over here. I am still waiting for the other detachment. That's freaking taking forever, the Tanaka detachment. It's going to take a long time, but eventually they will coalesce into a single force, which should be nice. 1,100 troops here, 5 guns. We have 744 frontline troops, 577 second line, 12 guns. Disruption isn't exactly great. How long until we have actual additional support arriving? I could have the armor head out to meet us over here. Is that still being unloaded? Yeah, it's still being unloaded. The 6 tank regiment. Still unloading our forces here. Light cruiser destroyers. Yeah, you're more than welcome there, Nixon. If you do pick up the game, could you always put my name in there? That's nice. It's an evil, addictive game that I can't get enough of. Bought it last Thursday and I have played it way too much. It's awesome though, isn't it, dude? How are you finding it, Justin? How are you finding it? Okay, the artillery over here. Right, it's currently not moving. At least not all of it. You're heading to Lingayen. You're heading to Lingayen. Well, I'll have this mortar section actually head up then with the division here. There we go. Wow, 2 to 3 days, jeez. Good job, my friend. Yeah, okay, that's fine by me. The first SNLF over here, they're about halfway, give or take. A little bit under halfway. But once they do arrive, they'll be pretty solid. Okay. Now, I obviously would like to take Samar, well, Legacy and Mindanao. Shouldn't be too difficult. We are going to try and plan for that in a relatively short time frame here. The resolution melts your eyes. Yeah. Would like to see one in the Pacific too. I mean, that'd be awesome. And could I play through the Aleutian campaign as Japanese? Awesome. Yeah, it's the best way to learn. Right, so I still have my oilers over here. I need to make use of them. The good news, though, is you can see here that Maya has actually arrived over here. Yep, she's looking good. Okay, disband the task force, and she's actually now in Saigon, where she'll be repaired. It's going to take a while, and this is what I love about this game, is the fact that you can see that from a single torpedo, how much effort we've had to put into actually saving her. But it's going to be worthwhile, because once she actually comes out again, then it will be worth it. Okay, so ship's under repair. No. Maya. She's currently in readiness state here. What I would do is actually have her stood down. I could have her on pier side. Could have repair ship. So it's repair ship or pier side. I guess we'll go with the repair ship. About 15 days then, give or take. We'll see what we can do here. I'd hope so. That would be awesome. Made some mistakes on both sides of the coin so far, but that's why I went with the particular campaign. Yeah, exactly. You're always going to make mistakes. It's like I've made mistakes from this campaign. But the thing is, you've got to... You honestly learn more from mistakes than you do from your success. Okay. So what are we looking at in terms of numbers over here? So about 80 zeros there. Shame that we lost some additional K-21s. It's a bloody shame as well, because we're really lacking on numbers here. A lot of them are in repair. It's not how I would have wanted it. It's a shame that we had that bloody mistake, otherwise I would have been doing significantly better here in terms of bomber numbers. But hey-ho, onwards and upwards. Okay, so I do have the 20th AA Regiment. I'm going to have that sent to Cotopaxi. 8cm guns, okay. But yeah, we'll have that sent to Cotopaxi. Increase the amount of AA that we have here. $170 guns. I love that's going to be AA. Guadalcanal would be a good choice indeed. Okay. So you're heading into refuel. That's what I like to see. Okay. Can I build this up as a division yard? Just bloody this unit over here. I think it's the different headquarters. How much is it? 484. It's going to take us a couple of days then, I suppose. But once we do that, then at least we'll have a full-blown division again. It's just irritating that I have to go to such effort to do that. I don't know. We might end up using that bloody political points elsewhere. We'll see. What do you guys reckon, then? Do we use the political points to actually unify the division there to Formosa, or do we use the political points potentially to unlock a division over here? I'm going to say probably the Formosan division. Okay. Oh, the 65th Brigade. That's a very large unit that I really do need to move out of here. That is actually a very large unit. The Yokosuka. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put these guys on to rest. Yeah, 65th Brigade, that'd be lovely. How many political points do you generate in one turn? I don't know, it might be like 50 or 60. I'm not entirely sure what the exact number is. Right. I mean, this is it, yeah. Do we unlock one of these divisions from over here in Japan? We'll take a look at what the actual cost would be. So we have the 52nd, 53rd, 54th, as well as these infantry grooms. Now, change the commands of one of these guys. 1,000. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon, is it? How about these actual brigades? 754, so yeah, it's not worthwhile. It'd be a lot cheaper to actually go up the 18th Division. Can you show us what you can pick? Maybe get some cheap ones for garrison units. Well, it's not as if we can pick, it's kind of like... Well, I mean, I guess we can, it's just basically from the units over here. Okay, let's take a look at the operational report then. Okay, submarine's been sighted by the enemy as per usual. Okay. Oh, there we go. Ayanami has been returned to service. Okay. Beginning to load in. Ah, we lose some 24th troops. Right. Yeah, of course we are seeing a lot of submarines in the area. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, definitely lots of submarine activity here. Supposedly an allied submarine has been reported here. Yeah, look at them. They're all damaged on landing at Zuiho. I think it's due to the fact that they're not actually trained in carrier operations that they might actually have increased chances of that sort of damage. It made the most sense. I'd imagine that's probably what it is. Anything useful on signal intelligence? We'll take a look at that. Okay. Okay, so we can see these forces taking replacements. Aminato has increased her port size to 6 of it. It's fantastic. Bayongbong has increased fortifications. Obviously, I can tell them to stop that now, considering we have the 38th. Right. Converted to the F1M2 Pete. Interesting. Right. What about Burma? We do have troops on the way to Burma. Not much at the moment. Okay, yeah, but we had these troops over here. Well, these ships over here arrive. So there, Tortipos, how you doing, my friends? So, guys, this is Tortuga Power. Fantastic content creator. You can find him on YouTube at Tortuga Power, or even the Sexy Neckbeard. So, definitely check him out. He does a lot of similar content. We do play very similar games, and you are covering Supreme Ruler, Supreme Commander. I can't remember the name of the game there, Tortipos. But if you can actually tell the nice people about it, then yeah. But if you actually want to post a link to your channel as well, do feel free to do so. Or if somebody who's got contract powers could do that, would be awesome. Okay, anyhow, so they have the AMC Akagi Maru, which is obviously right here at Osaka Kyoto. That's good. The submarine tender has arrived over here to Kobe. Right. Some devices have been upgraded. Okay, so let's take a look. When do our additional troops arrive then? So, ground reinforcement schedule. 2 days. 2 days, yeah, until we have a nice influx of engineers out into the Central Pacific and Marshall Islands in general. The AMC is going to come in very handy. Yeah, we do have some troops on the way to Burma. Not many. The reason I'm not moving much into Burma is because I just really don't see much about the reason in here. It's one of those things of, yes, I could move additional troops down this way, but it's just... I can't see the reason for it right now. You need garrisons at Canton, it will damage your factories there. Yeah. Okay, we do have forces arriving at Canton soon. I'm losing... Well, I don't have too much here in way of forces at Canton. Actually, a lot of them just moved out of Canton. Okay. I do have the 66 over here. I need some additional troops down this way. The reason why our numbers have dropped is because obviously I'm moving out a lot of these forces here. I might tell the 67th, 68th to head back then. I think I moved out more than I actually wanted to do so. Yeah, that would be... yeah, that's so, actually. Okay, so that's my mistake. Looks like I moved out additional forces. I did not actually wish to do so. Probably did want to have the... Right, we'll have the engineers move back. Right, there we go. Engineers. All of them head back here. See, this is when I wish the UI was a bit better. Okay, so tell them to march there. And do we sink anything or knock out any aircraft? We've knocked down a few bombers, and we haven't sunk anything as of yet. Okay, infantry. Right. Okay, yep, keep moving back to Canton. I'll just have the 67th and 68th move back. I was going to take some of them, but I'll leave them. Right, the artillery is going to obviously head down with me. Actually, it was all artillery follow or all infantry follow. That'd be nice. Buggered that one up, haven't I? Well spotted in regards to that. Otherwise, I might have missed that one. Right, there we go. And I could have the headquarters move on up with them towards Kukong, but that'd be very dangerous to do, to be honest. I don't think it'd be wise. Could help us, but I don't think it'd be wise at all. Right. Looks like he's actually pulling back over here. You're not the first one to complain about the UI. It's not... Like, most of the aspects of the UI I can actually deal with. It doesn't bother me in the slightest, the vast majority of it. It's just on select things like that when I wish was a little bit easier. Okay. So the 22nd is obviously still marching towards Wenchao. They're actually going to arrive next turn, which is good, so I'll put them in combat mode. It looks like his additional troops over here aren't going to arrive here. Yep, I'm aware that aviation support over here is low. It's because I've accidentally marched out my engineers here by mistake. But we'll rectify that. Okay. So we did fight the battle over here. Obviously, it has reduced their fortifications. I could go another deliberate attack, but let's take a look at the state of them. Maybe. The 38th, right, the independent group over here. I'm going to have these troops continue to march along to Wuchao. Then I can actually have the artillery freed up as well as the 38th to actually march upon here like Lushao, like Quailin. I'm butchering these names, I know, but I'm utterly butchering them. Okay, it's going to take them some time to arrive. I mean, this is it. We could continue, but I think what I'll do here is put them on defend. Allow the artillery to bombard the enemy. Allow our troops actually to recover somewhat. You can move troops from Indochina, move up to China from the south. Maybe, but I don't have a huge amount of troops to move up that way. At least not yet. Once Singapore, well, once Malaya falls, then we'll have vastly more troops available for us. We are moving a 4th Independent Mixed Brigade, well, the 4th Independent Mixed Regiment over here towards Nanning, so if I can put some pressure on the forces over here at Nanning. Best case scenario is this unit, which looks as if it's headed to Nanning, actually moves to Nanning, but I can actually place my Independent Regiment here, and then obviously the enemy would have to cross a river to get back, or I could even head down here to Pakoi, and seize practically nothing, but at least it'd be nice to have another port there. Yep, so cargo has finally arrived over here, so they're unloaded. Good job. Don't worry, you're doing fine with names. Certified by a Chinese individual. That's awesome. I've got a freaking badge already. Oh dear. Hmm. Okay, that's pretty good then. Now, just about to say, but we have finally made it over here then. And so you take a look at the sheer amount of force that we have here, that is very impressive. He's not going to be happy, I'd imagine. So we have the 25th, the 14th, 24th, 12th, 29th, the 3rd Independent Mixed Brigade, the 37th Division, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divisions. Obviously, Mixed Brigade here. I'd like to move additional infantry here, but this is actually a pretty solid force there. Okay, so we have 48,958 troops, 64,083 second line troops, just over 1,000, yeah, it's pretty solid. Okay, so we are going to go into a combat organization here, so deliberate attack, set all to this operations mode, obviously to combat, deliberate, well, combat as well. There we go. So he has practically jack shit here. I could begin marching, but we'll fight the battle anyhow, so there's no point, we'll just continue the day after. Okay. Now I do have a 41st Division over here. I could march the 41st out, but the thing is, we do have to worry about forces over here from Chengchao. So that's something of a concern. I do have 35th Division, 19th Division, as well as these forces over here. I think I'll take the... Alright, you could be reformed in the 30th Division. Kanko. Where the hell are they? Oh, they're over there in Malaya, okay. Well, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have that infantry regiment sent to Shanghai. No, I can't actually. No, I can't move forces out to China due to our house rules actually. No, it'd be nice. I mean, we could probably move... I don't know. I might ask him if I can move, like, what I could move out or something. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm not going to mess with house rules. We'll just have to clarify on that one. Okay. So, we do have a 32nd Division over here. They shouldn't be too far away from actually linking up. His forces have actually moved over here to Xinjiang, so not long now until we actually take that back. Interestingly enough, they haven't actually attacked to take control of Xinjiang. But that's not an issue. We do have our men. They will arrive next turn, actually. So we'll tell them all to go to a combat mode. There we go. So that's fantastic. So he's going to maybe take the city back, and then we'll immediately take it back from him. So 10th, 17th, 15th Division, 8th Independent Heavy Artillery Battalion. I'm going to take them a couple of days actually to march up to Xinjiang, but once they do, that'll be good news. Okay, yep, his forces are continuing to march out of the area. It looks like he's heading back to Chang over here. So we do have a 6th Division march in North, and that's very good. Now, the reason for that is so we can save the 34th Division, which obviously did receive a maul-in after its, well, defiant standard in Chang. They did obviously stand against some pretty interesting attacks. Okay. He's of course moving his Chinese forces, I don't know, it looks like he's actually trying to draw them into the interior, which fair enough, that makes it easy on my end, as obviously then we can put the pressure on here. Now if we take a look at the roads, the road system, we can see that, yeah, Kanshin would be very nice. Was the overview last turn at the start of the stream? Yes, it was. I don't know, it seems like we're having a desynchronization issue at the moment, so we're going to see like, how things turn out. Okay. So I'd say that's most of the stuff reviewed here. Now, of course, we are seeing a lot of activity here. APD ACM. Okay, do we have sub-chases over here? We should have something around. You've never seen the road overlay? Alright, fair enough. Show you that. So how it works is basically, it does make the game run a little bit slower. Okay. But basically is, the darker the colour, the better the actual density, well, better the actual road. So you can see here, this is basically a rail track, which is awful. You can also see the rail lines as well, so if I press Y, you can see over here we do have the rail lines, so you can see exactly how they work and where they end up. Yeah, there you go. So you can see, obviously, like, Sumatra doesn't have much in the way of rail, while as Java does have a lot of rail. You could SSK about the 16th Army units that took Hong Kong as they were not part of the Chinese expedition force. Yeah, wouldn't be a bad argument. Wouldn't be a bad argument. It'd be nice to have additional forces. It would be very bloody nice. Because frankly, we don't have much in the way of... we have a decent amount of men, but we don't have in abundance where we need them at times. So obviously it'd be nice to change that. It's not a necessary thing. It's not like we direly need it. It'd just be nice to help. But we'll see. I could always ask him, and if he says no, that's absolutely fine. That's not an issue at all. Okay. So I'd like to actually move out the Yokosuka 3rd SLF. Obviously, these guys are our parachutists. I'd like to have them made useful. Now, speaking of them, we do have our additional forces moving into the Pacific. Right, okay, so we have the Yokosuka, Sasebo, and there's another unit here. Yokosuka 4th, Sasebo 3rd. I think there's like 3 units in there. It's a little bit hard to see. But then moving to Bab el-Dawab. From there, we're going to be hitting the port at Balikpapan, or at least the base of Balikpapan. And then Samarinda. Then Tarakan as well. We do have some troops actually heading out that way. So we're looking to actually really stage, up our operations in Borneo. Which should be good. Right. So I do have my aircraft handler here, the Sanuki Meru. She's going to be welcome there at Bab el-Dawab. It's going to be nice to have additional aviation support, definitely. Yeah, these guys aren't looking too healthy. We definitely need to increase our production of them. Okay, so who do you belong to? You belong to the squadron on KYJ. So we'll have you transferred to KYJ to link up with the rest of your squadron. Right, there we go. Transfer them. So I do have the Saigon Maru. She's going to be very handy out here. We have the 23rd Air Flotilla. So once the actual 23rd Air Flotilla arrives at Bab el-Dawab, you can see them actually have torpedo ordnance. So once they actually arrive in the area, I will then start to be able to have my naval bombers armed with torpedoes, which is going to be very, very effective. Right now we don't see much in the way of activity around here, which is a shame, because it'd be nice to actually put some holes in some ships. But it is going to be very welcome in the area, because we can actually use Bab el-Dawab to then upgrade numbers of aircraft, like search planes mostly, and obviously ensures security to the approaches to the Marianas. Okay, I do have this force over here at Tinian. So they were sent to actually pick up the engineer unit. So we'll have them do that, the 12th. Yep, okay. Now obviously it's going to be difficult to actually carry it all, so just go with verified load. What do we actually... yeah, verified load, that's fine. Except... there's a lot of supply here, so it would be nice to actually pick up that supply. Okay. Yep, 23rd. We have here the 21st Air Flotilla. Yeah, they are tender indeed. Definitely. Okay, so I have the 2 AMCs over here, so they are merchants. We do have a cruiser mine layer and the auxiliary, which can be handy. Alright, they're making their sweet ass way down to KWJ. Now, do I have any additional engineers here yet? I still don't have any bloody engineers, which is a shame. Progress is actually very slow. We are building up our amount of supply here, thankfully. It's taken a very long time, but it will be done. Okay. Yeah. Looks like it's moving in the AA guns over here. That's not too bad at all then. Once it does start to actually move in the engineers, that'll be good news. But we'll have engineers actually brought here to the island via ship soon. See you later there, Saltfish. Have a good birthday, my friend. You've definitely earned a good day. So I do hope you enjoy it. Okay. Right. Now it's only a couple of days until these forces arrive. Okay, so we have the... Hello there, food, how you doing, my friend? Yep, so we do have the first over here there on their way down to Tarawa. Yes, we definitely do have engineers here, and that's a great job. So once I actually arrive over here in Tarawa, I can actually begin to build up the airbase in a timely manner. Right, and there we go. I knew I had a convoy headed to Tarawa, I just lost bloody sight of them. That's good then. Hello there, Michael Carrington, how you doing, my friend? Okay, yep, and we do have the Osaka Maru over here, kind of the 24th. That's fantastic. So the 24th has 12 engineers, squads, that's fantastic. Yep, that's going to really boost up the amount of, well, practicality of construction over here. So I'll be able to turn Tarawa into a full-blown airfield, which is good, because once I can actually do that, I can take the L3Y2s, are the L3Y2s? Yeah, the L3Y2 Tinas. These bad boys over here. I can actually then be used to transport the 6th base force over to Tarawa. That's awesome. See you later there, Rainbow Slash. Have a good one. Kind of root for the allies. Oh dear. Okay, so we've taken these islands. Do I leave a garrison? I guess I'll leave something of a garrison. It'd be nice, obviously, to have the elements available to us, but we could always bring them back later. So Katori has finished unloading, so she's going to make her way back. Yeah, back to Tarawa. There we go. I can't really afford her to head down here. I was for a moment considering loading the troops back up and having them head down here to, like, Vatapu, but we don't need to. I do want that island to flip to my control. Okay, 3 ships there. I mean, it is an interesting one because, as far as you can see here, the numbers are looking much like they were beforehand. I don't know if he's actually reinforced here. He might have reinforced but actually sent the troops over to Nadi. It's quite hard to say, to be fair. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, he's actually moved all his troops out of Fiji and everything's great. So we're just going to go with the worst case assumption that these troops are probably to Nadi. The stream inspired me to start another play by email game. Oh, awesome, dude. Who are you playing against? And who are you playing? Are you playing the Japanese or are you playing the Allies? Would be awesome to know that. Okay. I think when it comes to our movements over here in Fiji, the timetable's a little bit behind now, but we're mostly on par. The good news is we do have our submarines down here, so at least we have some additional information around by Auckland. I'm going to continue to gather information. I might have both of these submarines actually gather information here on the port itself. Try and just get an idea if there's anything there at all, and really what is there. We know there's about 4,000 troops, so that's not too bad. Okay. It'd be nice to run some reconnaissance over Noumea. The thing is, I'm really trying to give him the impression that I'm not after Noumea, but I'm sure I'll be figuring it out fairly soon. But we are looking pretty solid. Obviously, we'll have our men land here in the Solomons next turn. So I'm going to tell them to make full speed, which is obviously not going to be too bad for the actual Mokizuki, due to the fact she's going to be moving under the speed of the actual transport. I just want to make sure they actually land next turn. And they'll go full speed. Lovely. Now, I could tell them not to unload their cargo. We'll see. If in doubt, use more reconnaissance planes. The Dinar is a nice reconnaissance aircraft with decent range. Definitely. Are you playing the Reluctant Admiral? Awesome, dude. Actually, let me know how you go on with that, because I might look to actually play that as a proper play-by-email in the future. That'd be awesome. Oh, David Horkoff. Yeah, I see him sometimes. That's awesome. Cool, you'll have to let me know how it goes on. I mean, if you actually, if you'd like to make some kind of AAR, then do feel free. I'll make a special section for you in the Discord, because I generally like to keep up with that myself. It'd be very interesting to see how that game does in fact go. So do let me know about that. I'd be very interested. Okay. So Kishima's on her way, obviously carrying those troops, so they'll arrive here at Funafuti. So the good news is Funafuti will actually have something in the way of aviation support, which is going to be super handy. Because right now we have jack shit. We don't need much, but we have jack shit. The planes themselves are, yeah, you can see they're starting to deteriorate. So not exactly great. The planes, fatigue's not too bad, but I suppose the issue is it's just, yeah, what do you do when you don't really have much in the way of maintenance supplies? Okay, these troops are on their way back. We also do have the cruiser mine layer. I'm still actually tempted. We could actually take the transport over here and have them sent down to Vitapu and to actually come to the island, but I don't know. I think I'd rather have them over here and actually make use of them properly. Okay. Still hanging on over here, which is quite nice. Okay, what's the weather like over Suva? Let's take a look. Supposedly clear? Bad weather over Tarawa. The issue is, we have a lot resting on these guys being actually active. I'm trying to reform this unit. Still seems to have the bloody option to do so. Okay, these guys are actually attached to different headquarters. That could be, in fact, why. We'll see. Right. 24th and 21st. What is the actual headquarters in the end of the 24th? Okay, we'll have them assigned to the 24th. I say 24th? Yeah, we have the 24th, okay. Have them assigned to the 24th. 24th Air Flotilla, it's 11 political points, which is a shame, because I obviously want to save them, but we need to do this. If I can combine them, that'll make things far easier to do. Alright, 24th Air Flotilla. There we go. Still not able to... Not quite yet. That's fine. Right. Maintenance. I mean, there's a lot of planes here in maintenance. And these H6K4s are extremely maintenance heavy. How many do I have in reserve? I have 4 of them in reserve. That's good to see. I think 2 squadrons are lacking pilots. Let's have a look. It's 18 in total. We have 18 pilots. 3 aircraft, 5 pilots. Okay, 14. Yeah, we're like a pilot here, but I can't actually do anything here. So maybe there's one on the way. Oh, I just can't. Yeah, I just can't send a pilot here. Okay. Yep, it looks like they're all resting here at the moment. Fair enough. So we didn't really have much in the way of actual search. I suppose it's not the worst thing. I suppose that's probably why we didn't see too much in the way of actual issues here. Well, once we actually have the proper engineers and actual proper airfield, things will be significantly easier. Yeah, which isn't going to be too long. Not going to be too long. They're carrying 3,798 tons of supply, which is nice. I'll tell them to unload. So that'd be a nice boost of supply at Tarawa. Also, we do have additional supply elsewhere. I need to make sure these guys don't actually... Yep, so they're already said to do not unload at Tarawa. I'm going to use them to actually supply elsewhere. Okay. What do we have here at Kawajai? So, 35,000 tons. Okay. I think the issue is we are going to have to be careful of the amount of submarines here. So I think I might take both of the naval bomber squadrons and actually have them dedicated to really, well, knocking out submarines in the area. At least trying to take them out. We'll try and do our best. Okay. So what we'll do then is actually take the G4s and G3s. Hello there, David. Right. Hello there, Vince. How you doing, my friend? Set all level bombers. There we go. So we'll increase the amount of ASW in the area then. It seems to be clearly working, as obviously we are detecting these guys. I do need to send out the patrol boats to actually go and hunt them down. So that's going to be the next thing. We do have a good couple of patrol boats here. We do have the fuel to sustain that action as well. Okay, that's good to hear, my friend. Good to hear. Right, so the good news is once we actually have the engineers over here at Wake, I'll be able to take a look at moving some additional aircraft out that way. Okay, are we unloaded over here? Yes, we are unloaded. Okay, are they going to head back then to Tarawa? I just got on what's going on. You take Fuji yet? Not far off. And we did just take over Baker and Canton Island this turn though, so that's nice. We actually did get that going for us. And the good news is we actually do have control of those airfields now. So in the future it would actually give us a good ability to expand in the area. And if we take a look at Canton. Canton is 16 hexes from Savai, 18 hexes from Pico. So I might actually take a look at actually potentially basing G4M1s out here and actually using them to possibly bomb the airfield of Pico. When did you take Midway? We've had Midway quite a while now, actually. Yeah, we've had Midway quite a few, maybe a week, 2 weeks, something like that. We've had it a while now at this point. How can you figure out where to even start with this game? I just got it and it takes 2 hours for the AI to do stuff. Oh yeah, what you need to do there, Moosey, is if you hit the escape button, it will speed things up significantly. Don't worry, the first time I ever loaded up the game, I'm like, oh my god, this game takes so long, and then it's like, yeah, no, you just hit escape and it speeds things up significantly. As to how you can really direct things, it's like you're just going to kind of have like an actual idea in mind. I suppose the best way for this, well, for me anyhow, is the fact that obviously this is... obviously the Sino-Japanese War, we also have obviously the War in the Pacific. And so you kind of have a template of what you really should be doing, what you should be looking for, what you obviously want to achieve. Which does make things quite easy, really. It makes it easier, I suppose you could say. Makes it easier. Which is always a good one. Okay. I found out Japan I need more troops that can take Hawaii. I mean, it's a very interesting strategy going from Hawaii. I'd love to know how it's going, man. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is I'm going to take the Numea landing force. I'm going to tell them to follow. Actually, I'm going to tell them to go ahead and meet Kitabutai. The reason for that is it's actually going to slow Kitabutai down. Well, Kitabutai is going to slow down to allow the actual transports to catch up, which is fine. At least then they'll be all together. I mean, the good news is here, if we take a look at Kitabutai's position, so B5N2K range is 9 hexes, so you can see here that all of the actual transport ships are well within range for the B5N2Ks, and obviously the D3A1 valves as well, and definitely within range for the XSM2 So that's very good. Right. Now, we are closing in on Numea. We're only 22 hexes away now, so the operation is coming closer and closer. Load up his allies, look at the coastal defenses of Pearl, and realise they're probably never going ashore. Yeah, pretty much. I'd imagine it'd be a hell of a task. Absolutely. Okay. So do we have any questions in the chat here, then? I'd love to take some questions and see if we can answer some of those. I have a second division on the way, so maybe by next weekend. It's a bold strategy. It's a really bold strategy, and I'd love to know how it turns out. I suppose it's one of those of where it could be easily thwarted by the Allies. But I mean, I guess if you want to keep Kibutai in the area, I guess you could do. It's an interesting strategy. Very interesting one. And if it works out, then definitely something to look into. Okay. Right. Luganville. So they're only about 16 hexes away from their target. I don't know. I think the thing is, it's like, we could have some of our actual transport forces, obviously the actual flotillas there, the actual, well, whatever you want to call them, actually speed up towards the end of it. Should you put them towards full speed, trying and close the distance? We'll see. How do you decide what you're doing next? Voodoo magic, really. Probably not too far off. I don't know, just kind of go with the flow. Are you trying to drive far enough south to threaten the US or supply lines? Yep, that's exactly the point. We do have operations here, so we have forces bound for Comac and for Numea. We have forces bound here for Luganville. And, yeah, we are going to see landings probably tomorrow at the Shortlands, Sibuan and Shortland. And we'll also see Tulagi invaded as well. Yeah, so we'll have control of the Solomon Islands, the Guadalcanal. We'll take control of Espiritu Santo, and then the New Hebrides as well. And the New Caledonia. New Caledonia is going to be our basis operations. The idea is we use New Caledonia and Numea specifically. With her light industry over here, it's going to take a long time to actually get a payoff. But at the end of the day, if it produces supply, that's super handy. But yeah, we'll use them, use Numea, use her airfield and port, and use them to actually base our naval bombers to be able to project power over Fiji, project power over here towards New Zealand, project power over the Australian coastline to actually hit his ships out this way. I'd also like to take Norfolk Island to have another airfield actually closer to New Zealand, so we could potentially use it to shut down the, well, shipping over there in New Zealand. Oil is number one, and killing the US supply lines. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Now, this stream isn't going to be as long as normal. The reason for that is I want to make sure that you guys have your say, and I also would like to see if DHG experiences any desynchronization. Obviously, we do need to try and work that one out. So I'm not going to do too terribly much this stream until I have that information, just because we are a little bit worried about the desynchronization. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here today, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do that, we'll actually take a look at some of the things over here. So of course, I'd like to see R&D air. Okay, so obviously we are still making our progress here. I do bloody want to see more resources, more supply actually head out here. It's taken a bloody long time. Seems they might not be able to just take it, perhaps. It might be just like not making it better or deteriorating or something like that. It might not just be able to handle it in terms of infrastructure. But we're definitely making headway now with our R&D. It's nowhere near being finished, but at least we have it on the way. Now, we did have a question earlier on in the stream, like in regards to our heavy fighter. I believe that would be the KI-102A. So let's take a look. That, well, is our heavy fighter. I'm not entirely sure when we'll have our first heavy fighter then, perhaps. Shouldn't be too long. We'll have the A6M3s, and then we'll have the A6M5s in 42, so not too bad. And the KI-44 Tojo 2A is going to be our next best bet. I mean, they do have, like, I think it's about 10 or 12 gun value, which is going to be solid. I think it's about 12. And they're progressing pretty nicely. Okay, and now... there we go. I'm pretty happy about the amount of H6K4s that we produce. I obviously just need to get them out there. Know any good starter scenarios tutorials that don't toss you into the ocean? Haven't learned to process information yet. I'd say probably the best scenario to really get a grasp on the game in terms of combat, is probably the Battle of the Coral Sea. The reason for that, it is very quick. It is a very quick and dirty scenario. And the reason why I like that is because at the end of the day, it's like, you are probably going to lose. And you're going to lose probably quite hard. But at least you learn a lot about the combat, which is really quite a important lesson there. And obviously I've not played the Illusion campaign, so I can't really say that much. Or the Burma campaign, so, I mean, these ones I don't know about. But for my personal experience, I'd say the Coral Sea. But until we try those ones in the future, then I couldn't comment on them. But yeah, but also good suggestions, so definitely worth taking a look into. Okay. Now, we do need to decide whether we're actually going to start producing armaments again in the future. You need like 300 zeros per month. Well, what we're doing here with the R&D is we are going to go... So we're going to unlock the A6730, but we're not going to produce the A6730. Instead, what we're going to do is immediately then go into producing the A6750. Should be nice. Next game on my list when it goes on sale, that is. Hello there, Fluid Fireforge. Good to see you here, my friend. Yeah, well, I mean, they did a fantastic sale in December into January. I'm going to try and see if I can actually say to them, hey guys, you might actually want to try and do another sale. Not that I have that kind of influence, but if I can try and like suggest it to them, maybe they'll take it. I watched the video, THG video this morning, and yeah, it was nice. We had a lot of success there to our submarines. Very nice. Okay, well, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I apologise for it being a shorter stream than usual. It's just obviously due to the nature of the beast in regards to the desynchronization bug, potentially. We do want to try and just have a look at things and make sure that it's going to be running nicely. We do have a bit of a conga line over here, so we have an oiler. We have, yeah, some nice auxiliaries there, obviously some troops. And yeah, we have our AMC over here, carrying the Chichijima Special Base Force. Awesome. Right, and yep, the base force, at least the first part of it, has arrived over here to Wake. I know, but the thing is, like, once you read it, like, once you learn how to read the game, then it just clicks, and it's so much fun. But thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I do hope you guys have enjoyed that, and hopefully we do not have any further desynchronization, and things will be able to carry on just fine. But until next time, thank you so very much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does make a colossal difference. And indeed, I mean, this is something I very much would like to do full-time, perhaps. But obviously, that would be a dream. Now, of course, I'm not begging. I suppose I am. I'm e-begging. But at the end of the day, everybody has to pay bills and everybody has to eat. So, yeah, look after yourself first and have a fantastic day. Until next time, my friend, goodbye for now.